Hi, I'm Greg Lawson. I'm a realtor here in the great state of Texas, and there are a lot of realtors in Texas. So, what I do, I'm always on the lookout for something that will help me to bring extra value to my clients, right? Well, recently I came across something that just sounded too good to be true. There's a company that says we can help your clients pay off their 30-year mortgage in as little as 5 to 10 years. Yeah, really? Needless to say, I was a little skeptical. But I'm an open minded guy, so I decided to hear them out. And then I decided to check them out. And as it turns out, they're legitimate. As a matter of fact, this company's been around since the 80s. The version of the system that they're using right now, they've been using since 2004. They've got a 5-star A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So they're legitimate, right? They just show you a method of canceling the interest on your loans, particularly your mortgage, but all your loans. They give you a guaranteed debt-free date. Yep, you heard that right. Guaranteed debt-free date, including your mortgage. There's no refinancing. There's no restructuring of your debt. It's nothing that's going to damage your credit score. I'll tell you about it. If you have a mortgage, you're going to want to watch this. And we'll get into it right now. So who wouldn't want to pay off a 30-year mortgage in 5 to 10 years and have that guaranteed by a company with a 5-star A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? They tell you what the annual interest rate is. Right now they're running about 6%. So let me give you some numbers. On a $300,000 mortgage at 6% over 30 years, you pay over $347,000 in interest. So you're actually paying 116% in interest over the 30 years, right? Now, let's say you had a 30-year mortgage for $300,000 at 3%. Even then, it's going to cost you $155,000. That's over 50% in interest. And they tell you it's 3%, right? So that's the difference between interest rate and interest volume, all right? So I don't want to get too deep into all of this, but let me tell you, man, those bankers, they're like the Wizard of Oz. They're working behind the curtain. They're pulling the levers. And they are just raking you over the coals, right? So what if we had a little dog like Toto who would go pull back the curtain, and then we'd see that little wizard back there, and we just go over there and we grab him by the collar and we say, "You're gonna take me to Kansas right now or else." That's kind of what we do to him, right? So the question is, how do we do it? How do we cancel interest? Well, I've heard a lot of people say, it's not magic. It's just math, right? That's a catchy term. I actually heard Dave Ramsey say it. How do I like to think about it? I like to think about it more in terms of it is the magic of math, right? You're using it to your advantage. Think about magic. Think about a magician. Does he have special powers? Can he really conjure things up out of nowhere? Can he really make things disappear into thin air? No. But from the perspective of his audience, he can make it look that way, right? But he knows the secret. So, some years back, there was this guy who called himself the Masked Magician, and it was a very popular show because he would reveal all of the magician's tricks on TV. And I watched every episode. It was fascinating to me. So this is a similar kind of a thing. You can think of me as the masked magician of finance, right? Because what we do is we just reveal the secrets that the banks use and help you to use it to your advantage. Now, how do we do it? Okay, so this system, it's a computer program. It's what it is. Computers are amazing. Do any of you play chess? I used to love to play chess, and I was pretty good. I could beat most of my buddies, right? There are a couple guys I knew who were like tournament champions. They were awesome at playing chess, and I couldn't beat those guys because they just studied it and lived it and breathed it, and they were way more advanced than I am. But I used to have a computerized chess set, and man, you cannot beat a computer because for a computer everything is math, and it can do thousands of calculations in a second. So when you think about making a move in chess, well, the computer, before it makes a move, it calculates, okay, if I move here, then here are all the possibilities of what my opponent can do. And then it calculates what it will do next for all of those possibilities of what you can do. And it does that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves in advance. And it's like probably millions of possibilities. But a computer can do that, right? So this program works the same way. It calculates all the possibilities of your finances, and it figures out the best way to get you to zero debt, the fastest, right? And it's amazing. It's just amazing the way it works. So that's really about all I can tell you in this video, because after that, it kind of gets into your individual situation. Everybody's debt is different. If you just have a mortgage and that's the only debt you have, then that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? What if you have a mortgage and you have 2 car payments and you have a couple of credit cards? Maybe you got a personal loan to add a deck on your home. So, you know what I mean? It can get really complicated. But what you do is you put all of that into the system, and then the system will tell you the best way to get to zero debt. So let's recap. What I'm talking about is canceling a large portion of the interest for your mortgage and also for any other debt that you may have. I'm not talking about refinancing. I'm not talking about restructuring your debt in any way. I'm certainly not talking about anything that could harm your credit score. I'm talking about giving you a guaranteed debt-free date with a company that is 5-star A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. If you're at all interested in hearing more, I'm going to put a link in the description to my calendar. Just schedule a time and we'll do a Zoom call and I'll tell you more. We'll go from there. All right. Take care.